What was the one chess practice that made you grow exponentially at a time you needed it most in your career so far? I interviewed 8 chess grandmasters from all around the world with one question. Let's start off in my hometown of Montreal, which has produced Canada's newest grandmaster at 21 years old and our fastest growing player, Grandmaster Shawn Rodrigue-Lemieux. What was the one chess practice that made you grow exponentially at a time you needed it most in your career so far?
For me, I would say it's during COVID, actually. I really started studying openings. I was kind of stuck at around like 2,300 FIDE for some time. I was around 16 years old. And I mean, especially with black, I was just getting crushed in like half of the games. People played Catalan against me. I had no idea what to do. So during COVID, school was canceled. I spent pretty much all my entire days studying openings, especially for black. And after that, it got really much better. And I think I gained like 200 points. I would say almost solely because of that. COVID was a good thing for me in terms of chess.
Our transatlantic flight will lead us to our second guest from Austria, 22-year-old Grandmaster Felix Blohberger, who told me what helped him grow from 1900 to 2300 FIDE in only a few months.
I would say it's reading a lot of books. I was always a big fan of reading different books. I can see that you have many behind you as well. So I guess you're also a fan of that. There is one book series in particular which has helped me quite a lot. It's by Artur Yusupov, the Tigersprung series. I think there's also the English translation. I'm not sure what's the name for it now. You even have it there, yeah?
These ones?
These ones, yeah. What's the name in English again?
Build Up Your Chess, I believe.
When I started reading them, I was like 1900. I was, 11, 12 years old. And I really worked through like 3 or 4 of them, like in a very short period of time. And then I immediately went to FIDE Master level. So I don't know if that was because of the books alone, but it was pretty insane. Like those books are really, really a gem.
Voyaging all the way to Argentina, my friend and Grandmaster Tomás Sosa told me the secret trick he used to go from International Master to Grandmaster.
I think that when I start to study chess blind, in a blind mood, was the click point for me to start to be a better player. First, I start to solve some problems one by one, and after finally, I had like 5 or 6 positions on my mind, and I could maybe solve 4 of them. So that was like my best way to improve. I think that I started 6 or 7 years ago when I was International Master, and I wanted to become GM.
Wow. Thank you so much. That's awesome. We now sail to Egypt, where the greatest African chess player and only human from the continent of Africa to reach 2700 ELO is from.
So the thing I was doing the most, yeah? So I would say solving a lot of puzzles at young age. This was what was really helpful for me. Some middle game tactics, end game also solving a lot of studies. So I say a lot of solving every day was really the key to help me improve my chess. Yeah, I would say it was when I was about 2100 rating. So solving every day for like 2-3 hours at least helped me get to 2300, maybe to even 2400. This was the key, I would say.
With a short flight into the continent of Asia, I had the chance to speak with India's 24th Grandmaster, 8-time Chessable author, and peak 2673 ELO, SP Sethuraman, who gave me an extreme wisdom from a chess practice he started doing 8 years ago already as a Grandmaster, to clinch 69th rank in the world.
I think to work consistently, irrespective of the results, yeah. Sometimes you have very high achievements, sometimes you have very bad tournament, but to work consistently, irrespective of the results, really helped me to perform better overall.
Thank you so much. Having completed Asia, we must return home, but before then, we have a layover in Germany where prodigious Grandmaster Rasmus Vane gave us a chess practice he instituted at 14 years old that let him succeed.
Deep calculation, to have these skills to just have it in you to constantly search for candidate moves and so on. This is something that you only get when you do these kind of calculation practices on a regular basis. Like right now, my calculation skills are not on the same level, and then you jump around between variations.
But that's the school of thought that's common these days, is that you should jump between variations and not do the Kutov method, which is just drawing lines from your initial candidate moves and just going from there, right?
Yeah, I think some kind of mixture is probably the best.
On our way back to North America, we stopped once more in Chile, South America, where I got to interview celebrity chess author Grandmaster Mauricio Flores Rios, known for this world-class book and his new book, recently released in 2025. These days, Mauricio is primarily focused on his chess education platform Chess Mind for ambitious players.
Sure, yeah. So I would say that time was when I was around 14, so I already had a decent level. Like I was maybe 2100 FIDE, 2200 FIDE.
Yeah.
And what I did is I just relied a lot on analyzing my own games. Every time I came back from a tournament, even a rapid tournament, like a 20-minute tournament, I would write down every single game I played and review it with the engine move by move. So I would maybe spend 1 hour analyzing a 20-minute game. And then I did this for hundreds of games. So I still have the analysis, like maybe I have 1,000 games archived. Later in my career, I couldn't analyze them as deeply anymore. But during that period, I think that was extremely helpful.
For our 8th and final player, we voyage all the way to the United States of America to ask our question to one of the single greatest chess players of all time, World Championship finalist and current world number 3, with a live rating of 2784. What's the one chess practice that made you grow exponentially in a time you needed it most in your career so far?
I would say that the time I needed it most was in my early teenage years, around the age of 12 to around 15.
Mm-hmm.
And what I did was kind of immerse myself in chess. I did it by using books. At the time, computers weren't as strong, so I really delved very much into books. And I would set positions up on the board, try to figure them out, and then double check what I thought I figured out with an analysis engine afterwards. Nothing can really compare to sitting down and looking at the chessboard. That's where you kind of, I think, the visualization helps you absorb the most amount of information and pattern recognition and all those things which are really helpful in tournament play. And just kind of immersing yourself in chess to the point that it sort of becomes a language to you, like you're thinking about it even when you're not looking at a chessboard. That I would say that was the most helpful for me. I think it's also a very individual thing, but if I were to give advice to someone, I would say you can't really go wrong with that.
No, you're right. You grew like 242 FIDE rating in like just a little bit over a year in like that 2005-2006 year. So that's exactly the pearl kind of I was looking for. Go check out his marvelous podcast and his pristine Chessable course. Like and sub for more.